On April 2, 2024, Canada announced the launch of a significant initiative to tackle the housing affordability crisis, a $6 billion $4.42 billion Housing Infrastructure Fund. Can $6 billion cure the Canadian housing crisis? A deep dive into new measures. First, let's watch the report sourced from Global News. Global Zude Rena breaks down the controversy over fourplexes, a residential building with 4 distinct housing units within.
The federal government wants to tie billions in new housing infrastructure funds to approval for fourplexes, and some provinces, like Ontario, are not happy about it. A fourplex is essentially a residential building with 4 distinct housing units in it. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has been pushing back hard against the federal government, saying that they would be shouting and screaming if these changes go through. Kelly Singh is a housing advocate in Mississauga, which allowed fourplexes to be built last year. She said some of these fears are rooted in NIMBY, or not in my backyard politics. She said allowing fourplexes will give homeowners more choice.
That is going to give homeowners quite a lot of autonomy to decide whether they would like to turn their own properties into a fourplex. This is not a government program where houses are going to be bulldozed for the government to force a fourplex in. This is allowing homeowners the freedom to decide what they want to do with their own property.
Housing policy experts argue that building gentle density, like with fourplexes, is essential to solving Canada's housing crisis. They say, unlike a single-family home, these offer solutions for people looking for a first home or those looking to downsize while still wanting the option to stay within their community. It's the latest in a growing effort from Ottawa to incentivize provinces and municipalities to build more homes faster. Experts say the time to act is now.
Now I talk a little about it. O Canada, where whispers of home construction echo through the halls of power, our federal overseers unfurl their blueprint for a denser dominion, entrusting a pot of gold to those municipalities daring enough to trade in single-family lots for charming fourplexes. But lo, the provincial lords, with Premier Ford at their helm, raise their banners in defiance. Not in my backyard, they bellow from Queen's Park. Yet, amidst this federal-provincial arm wrestle, whisper the voices of reason, housing advocates and policy crafters, advocating gentle density as the guardian against an ever-looming housing crunch. For some, visions of fourplex futures conjure delight. The sweet promise of a first home or the tender joys of downsizing without departure from one's beloved neighborhood. As Ottawa flirts with incentivization and the provinces parry with indignation, the great Canadian housing narrative unfolds. It's a policy page-turner that will determine if the maple leaf will shelter all beneath its expansive, yet ever more crowded branches. Oh, the drama! The intrigue! It's governance theater at its finest, and we, dear friends, are but spectators with a stake in the play. So grab your hard hats, for the construction of Canada's future is underway.